Welcome to Frost & Sullivan's Growth Podcast. In each episode, we are taking a deeper look at transformative shifts shaping global ecosystems, from industry megatrends and technology innovation to evolving customer expectations. Today, we are exploring the top growth opportunities in the refuse hauler industry across North America and Europe, unpacking where the next wave of opportunities is unfolding and what it means for future-ready businesses. The refuse hauler industry is moving decisively away from diesel, and doing so faster than most municipal procurement teams and fleet operators are prepared for. We are going to be covering the electrification push, driving OEM strategy, the connected and autonomous technology coming online for waste collection vehicles, the growth opportunities worth tracking right now, and the competitive dynamics reshaping the ecosystem. Stay tuned. Here is something most people outside the commercial vehicle space do not fully appreciate. Refuse haulers are arguably the best-positioned vehicle category in the entire heavy-duty segment for large-scale electrification. Think about why that is. Heavy-duty vehicles are accounting for about a quarter of all global transportation sector emissions. That is a significant number, and regulators in both Europe and North America are actively targeting it. Now, of all the vehicle types sitting in that heavy-duty bucket, refuse trucks stand apart from the rest. Their routes are fixed. Their duty cycles are defined. Their overnight depot returns are predictable. And their contracts, typically long-term municipal agreements, give fleet operators both the financial visibility and the infrastructure planning horizon that electric fleet adoption actually requires. That structural predictability is what makes refuse haulers an entry point for zero-emission waste collection at scale. And it is exactly what OEMs are now building commercial rollout roadmaps around. Refuse hauler truck sales across Europe and North America are expected to reach 16,455 units in 2030, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 1.3%. That is steady, sustained demand, and it is unfolding against a backdrop of tightening emission regulation, EU waste directives, and smart city procurement frameworks that are putting diesel replacement on a non-negotiable timeline. Let's unpack what is actually driving strategic decision-making in this industry at the OEM and fleet operator level. Three forces stand out clearly. First, competitive intensity is accelerating on multiple fronts simultaneously. OEMs are developing EV-ready solutions across truck classes, from large packers to mid-size vehicles, while component suppliers are upgrading their portfolios to stay relevant in a platform architecture that is being rebuilt around electric powertrains and digital systems rather than diesel drivetrains. Second, disruptive technologies are overhauling waste management operations from the ground up. Battery chemistries are improving. Battery management systems are getting more sophisticated. Microgrid-compatible depot charging is becoming a standard infrastructure ask. Automated route planning, digital twin implementation, and advanced driver assistance systems are all gaining traction, and fleet procurement teams are increasingly expecting these capabilities as part of the core vehicle proposition, not as optional add-ons. Third, transformative megatrends are aligning stakeholders across the entire value chain around shared priorities. Municipalities, Tier 1 and 2 suppliers, charging infrastructure providers, and fleet operators are all working toward the same outcomes: emissions compliance, total cost of ownership reduction, and operational efficiency through connectivity. One development worth highlighting specifically: OEMs are now embedding total cost of ownership calculators and lifecycle cost models directly into their fleet proposals. That is a strategic move because it is giving municipal procurement teams the financial evidence they need to override internal inertia around diesel replacement. When the TCO numbers work, the conversation shifts from "should we electrify" to "how quickly can we scale?" Let's get specific about where the highest value growth opportunities are sitting right now. The first is mid and small size refuse trucks. Urban expansion and tightening sustainability policy are driving demand for compact, purpose-built trucks across suburban and rural municipalities that simply cannot operate the large format packers used in major cities. Smart city programs are pushing planners to factor waste logistics into new development frameworks from the ground up, and privatization is broadening the buyer base beyond traditional municipal procurement. OEMs, truck body manufacturers, and service providers are finding strong early mover partnership opportunities across vehicle configuration, body manufacturing, and route-specific service infrastructure. The window to establish positioning in this segment is open now, and it will not stay open indefinitely. The second major opportunity is electric refuse truck ecosystem partnerships. And the word ecosystem matters here. Waste management companies are demanding end-to-end lifecycle support, charging infrastructure, telematics, body manufacturing, and fleet management with data analytics as a bundled offering, not as disconnected components they are expected to stitch together themselves. OEMs that are pairing electric powertrain offerings with total cost of ownership analyses are finding measurably stronger traction with municipal procurement teams. Battery management systems, microgrid-compatible depot charging, and automated route planning tools are becoming baseline expectations. The organizations building integrated ecosystem plays, spanning hardware, software, service, and data, are the ones positioning themselves as the go-to partners for the next decade of fleet transition. Zooming out, the refuse hauler industry is transitioning from a volume-driven replacement business to a value-driven ecosystem where electrification, connectivity, and lifecycle capability are determining competitive standing. The organizations investing early in zero-emission waste collection and predictive intelligence are building advantages well ahead of where regulatory pressure is heading. The gap between early movers and late adopters in this space is growing, and it is increasingly difficult to close once platform partnerships, municipal contract relationships, and technology integration depth have been established. What winning looks like here is not simply launching an electric refuse truck. It is owning the ecosystem around that truck. The charging infrastructure, the telematics platform, the predictive maintenance capability, the TCO modeling that makes procurement decisions straightforward, and the lifecycle service model that keeps operators coming back. That is where durable competitive advantage is being built in this industry right now. Thanks for joining us on Frost & Sullivan's Growth Podcast. For access to our research, competitive benchmarking, and best practice frameworks, head over to frost.com or email us at hello@frost.com. We will be back soon with more to help you stay clear-headed and growth-ready.